What are we doing today is servicing my garage door and cleaning the door. So I'm using it more and more as a backdrop, and you can tell it's pretty dirty. Where I got the door was, they were tearing a house down. The garage was about 3 years old. They never used it because they put the door up. It was 16 feet wide. And right on the other side of the door was another walls. They made another apartment of it. The 3 years that it was there, it was never used as a door. And somebody else bought it. They tore it down and they took the door off and they set it aside. And it was set aside for a while, sitting on the ground. And while it was there, half it was damaged. Somebody stepped on it, drove over it, whatever. So like I say, it was 16. I only needed 8 feet. So basically I cut it in half and I put it up here. For some reason, it's an odd sized door and it fit perfect. I didn't have to do nothing to it. Whatever it was, they special ordered a door to fit there and it fit here. Came with the track, double spring. Inside here, it's my pressure washer, a foam cannon, and then inside is Dawn dish soap. So I tried it once before and actually it works pretty good. You'll see it. And then I got more Dawn in the bucket, a rag, and then a brush. It's going to be hard to take that off. It was hard on the outside. So the first thing I'm going to do is spray the top and the bearings on the top roller. I'm going to do it now because when I spray, some of it's going to drip down onto the door and I'm going to clean the door. And then after that's done, I'm going to check the bolts and grease the hinges after it's clean. But I'm not going to spray water up there, but I'm going to do on the door. So I'll do the spring first and the hinges and the rollers after the door is clean. While I'm putting this back on, I'm going to bring it up to get the lube in inside the spring. By keeping that lubed, so it stops from rusting, and when you got rusting, it's always twisting like this, so it's wearing itself out, so the lube kind of prolongs the life of it. Tune's all right. In case you're wondering, I use it a lot. It's hard to get. A company out of Quebec, Canada. Anyway, PL100. Okay, now we're going to foam the door. As you can see, the foam cannon works pretty good. We let it sit and soak for a bit. Alright, we'll shut that off. I'm going to save a little bit for the floor. Definitely going to be hard to come off. Okay, I'm going to set you on a time lapse. That came cleaner, but not 100%. I was hoping it would be easier, but it's not. Anyway, what do you call it? Rinse and repeat. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to go and tackle each individual panel. We're done cleaning the door. As you can see, it came a lot cleaner than what it was. It's still, I wouldn't say 100%, but As far as I'm concerned, that's clean as ever been in this garage. A lot of you may say, well, why does the door need a service? It goes up and down. Anyway, I'm going to bring you closer to find out. Just it's something you don't look at. I don't even see it. If you notice, I'm not looking directly at the camera. I'm looking at a mirror behind the camera so I can see if I'm in frame. Anyway, it's a habit. Once you got a picture behind you, you look at that, not the actual lens. Anyway, it's not something you think about. It's the door goes up and down. You don't worry about it until actually something fails or something breaks and it falls down. And then at that time, you may end up having to replace the door or it damages it too much. Anyway, I'm going to bring you closer and show you why the service needs to be done from time to time. Okay, so I'll bring you over. Without using a wrench on it, if you take a look at this screw right here, it's loose. That one's loose. This one's tight. That one's tight. You look at that hinge up there. Looks like I'm missing a screw and the hinge is not quite where it should be. And that top brace seems to be also loose. This one here, you can see where it's been moving around. The hinge has been going up and down. I'll put a wrench on that. Let's see. Okay, they're tightening up. Now this one's not. This one's stripped in the door. That one's tightening up. So what you can do, if you got too many that are stripped, I would take that out and I would take some foam safe PL, because behind this door, it's a steel door. Behind that is styrofoam. So you just take the PL and you pump it in there and you put the screw in as tight as you can and just leave it, and it would dry and harden up and create its own threads. But you jam the PL in there really good. And that way it goes in and creates like a mushroom in the back. Okay, so we're going to set you up on a time lapse and I'll go through every one, and I may have to replace. As you see here, I got a few spare screws. Yeah, I don't think I have any PL. If I got too many stripped ones, I'll go get some PL and pump it in and then put the screw in and then let everything harden up and it should be fine. So we're going to use the same thing I always use as far as spraying the PL 100. I'm just going to do each roller, check them, and give them a spray. Try to spray them without making a whole mess on the door again. I had to add one screw, which was up top, the top hinge. I showed you what was missing. I had to knock the hinge down. I don't know if you see it on time lapse or not. Anyway, that's in, and they tighten up pretty good. But here's the size. I don't know exactly size what it is. It takes a, what is it? Wrench is, not say a wrench, socket. The socket is a 3/8. And it goes in this. Now, another possibility, what you can do is just go to the next size up. And it should also fit and it should be okay. But when I say check for tightness, don't go there and crank. Because if you go there and crank, you're going to strip every one of them out. You just, if it doesn't move, leave it. If it moves a bit, try tighten it up. And if that's okay, just like I say, just a little bit. Don't go there and refund them, or you will strip every one of them out of your door and you could just create a bigger problem. So you can either do the PL, you can either do the PL method by putting it in, it creates a mushroom in the back and it would hold, and eventually when you go to move this, it should still turn, but leave the threads with the PL in there. Or the easiest would probably just go the next size up. Okay, we're done with my garage service. Everything's tight. Does this need to be done? No. But you got to understand my background. I worked in a garage in some form my entire working career. And I've seen the door repair guys, different companies come out to fix doors almost on a daily basis, especially if you get a shop that's got a lot of doors. They're always out repairing broken doors. So I'm just trying to extend the life of my door so it doesn't fall apart like I've seen many do being in the field of where you work around a lot of garage doors. Anyway, does it need to be done? No, I do it because, like I say, I'm just trying to be frugal. I got the door in. I don't want to have to replace it anytime soon. Anyway, if you like the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.